Well, a very special good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome, friends, to yet another wonderful edition of West Indian Today. I'm yours truly, your host and host, Imran Ahmad, welcoming you to today's program, brought to you in the kind compliments of the ITV staff and management. A special acknowledgement to my very good friend, Mr. Ravi Kumar, and also you, the wonderful people as well. And we are just about a few months away, actually a few weeks away from celebrating the 5th anniversary of West Indian Today, which over the past half a decade, we've presented to you. The elites, actually, we've spoken to those overseas as well as those here in North America, the tri-state area, bringing to you the very best of the Caribbean diaspora here in North America as well as overseas. And we've also engaged in the three-dimensional political discussion, and we've talked to you about community findings. That is what it's all about today, talking about something very, very special that is going to hit the community, and this is something that everyone turns out in large numbers, household name, something that people have attended in large numbers for more than a decade. So we're going to talk more about that as it comes to you once again on the, it proudly is presented to you on behalf of the Divya Jyoti Association. And mentioning that, joining with me on deck, it has become an annual thing to have her. She's actually a television now / radio personality. My very good friend, the host of Let's Talk with Lakshmee. Actually, Let's Talk is the revamped version of Let's Talk with Lakshmee. And now, the Lakshmee Show on Guyana Tunes. My very good friend, Miss Lakshmee Singh, joins with me on deck again. Let me say welcome.
Welcome, Imran. I mean, it's always a pleasure to be here at home at ITV Gold. Yes. And, always just speaking to you about things that are going on in the community, but especially my favorite day, right, which is Diwali, and of course the Diwali motorcade that's coming up. How are you?
Well, very good. And of course, I don't have to ask you that because I can see how excited you are for the Diwali motorcade, once again, on behalf of yourself and your committee. And it's coming actually, as of next week, Saturday. So, we can't wait. It's presented every year with exuberance and, of course, high anticipation and much excitement. There's always excitement and joy in the air. But first of all, I have to congratulate you on the launch of the Lakshmee Show with Guyana Tunes. So, first, before we talk about that, just in a nutshell, actually, so the Lakshmee Show, now on Guyana Tunes, and ever since I've known you, you've hosted several television programs on, NTN Guyana, ITV Gold right here, and of course several other programs. But now, what's the feeling like going from television presenter to radio presenter and live radio, interacting with people on social media?
Oh my God, it's incredible. I mean, you are also a host on Guyana Tunes Abbey Radio, as well as 1600 right, on Saturdays, live AM radio. But, it's so different. I mean, first of all, it's completely different from Let's Talk with Lakshmee television show. Right. The Lakshmee Show was created to be a little bit more risque, meaning I talk about things that you won't find me talking on television about. Right. The Let's Talk with Lakshmee platform is, a platform for people to tell their stories from the Indo-Caribbean view. If you're a musician, if you're an artist, if, you're a doctor, whatever's going on, you're an author, you're an actor. But the Lakshmee Show are topics that people are thinking about, but they won't necessarily talk about. Like, it's risky. Are you cheating on your husband? Would you cheat on your wife? If you got pregnant for somebody else, what would you do? It's just risky topics that people think about, but they don't want to talk about it.
Exactly, yep.
And I love it. You were asking me, how do you compare it to television? Television, you may have a million viewership, whatever it may be, across, of course, ITV Gold is my home here in New York City, but Let's Talk with Lakshmee is also aired in Guyana as well as in Suriname. But I don't know who's watching me. And when I go on radio, especially live radio, as you see the numbers coming in the thousands. By the time you get off, you have 5,000 people viewed your show. So that people are interactive and they're watching, they look forward to you, and they can communicate with me. Like if I'm not on a week, they inbox me, you weren't on radio, what's going on? We were looking out for you on Facebook Live. And it's definitely a different feeling, which I'm sure you can agree that it's more personable. People can reach out, not necessarily touch you, but in a way they can touch you. They can touch your heart because, these people are really looking forward to not only hearing you, but seeing you too.
Exactly. It's more of like a up-close interaction. I mean, up
Yeah.
close and personal. And I think you actually get personal with, all
I
your
get
listeners
very
and everything.
personal. I mean, and especially because it's a night show, it's a nighttime show, you can be a little risky where people are like, oh my God, this is what she's talking about? Oh my God, I'm going through this. Oh my God, she understands.
Correct.
And, they go back and forth with me and they feel like, they can talk to me without me being right next to them because they can see me on the screen and they can write to me and I'm reading what they're saying and I'm responding to them. So they love it. And I love it too. I've met so many people from the Guyana Tunes family and you do really think of them as family. I mean, I can think of names off my head that are always there, like Lenai, we've got Geeta, we've got Nafisa, we've got so many people that, Chandra from Guyana, and it's international. I mean, we've got people, listening in from Africa, from India, from Suriname, not only in the Caribbean, but everywhere, Australia. We had a woman that just came in for the Save Abi show.
Yeah, from New Zealand.
From
yes.
New Zealand.
Yeah, Denise Sadabi, yes.
So they are all over the place. And what I love about the radio, like I said, is people can connect with you. Television, they can't. They can just watch you and be like, oh yeah, there's that girl, but how can I get in contact with her?
Exactly. And the thing about it is that we always ask our viewers, whatever you want to opine, feel free to get in touch with us at this email, that contact or whatnot, and they'll send us their thoughts, their suggestions much later. But I guess with
just
Facebook Live, it's live, I mean, just right there on the spot instantly,
like,
kind of faster
like
than Instagram.
Right.
Exactly. So
it's like a video call.
Exactly. So it's about 9 years in your, since your television show.
Oh my God, has it been that long?
I think
you're right.
I'm keeping close record than you are.
I think you're right. February, I think, is 9 years.
Exactly.
Look at you.
Yeah, so
Wow, Valentine's Day.
9 years, since the Let's Talk with Lakshmee show, and of course there's been so much of evolution, and every year, whether it's over the last 9 years or even prior to that, every year you always offer something rather extravagant to the community, and that's the Diwali Mela, that's the Diwali motorcade actually on behalf of the Divya Jyoti Association. A few years ago, we spoke to you in detail about it, about, where it all started from. This was something, an initiative of your mom, of so many other wonderful people, of what it's grown into. So this year, we're now counting down, we're just days away. Now, after everything that you've experienced this year, what is something different that we are presenting on behalf of the Divya Jyoti Association, given with all the new experiences that has happened in your life, that you want to present to the community in the form of the Diwali Motorcade?
You know what? Diwali Motorcade, it is just so special. As far as something different, it's just, I think this year, I can't even say this year, it's just like every year, people from different, walks of life, different aspects of life, they come out. I mean, we were kind of going through some paperwork the other day and looking at some of the places that we've reached. I mean, we've had media coverage, of course, from, ITV Gold, local media, but we've been in the Daily News, Times Ledger. We've been in National Geographic. We have been in Quint. Quint has 6 million subscribers, right? We have been on The Reel for the White House. I mean, when you look at where this little, light that started in Richmond Hill has traveled and have gone internationally. I mean, Imran, we have people from India writing to us like, oh, this is very beautiful. And, what is this? And, we want to come out. Actually, this whole week, I've been getting people, from the East Indian community calling, wanting to know about booths, wanting to know how can they take part. What is this? So I think, again, I can't really say it's different. It really attracts different aspects of people,
Correct.
And, I remember one year looking out there, we had made it Time Out New York, the second best thing to do in New York City. I think the first thing was Kamikaze, and Diwali Motorcade was the second. And we had Russians, we had Chinese, we had, African American, we had so many people on Liberty Avenue that fell in love with the Indo-Caribbean food. Right. And this year we have the Nitya Nanda organization, which is predominantly Caucasian Hindus.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they were the first people that called me and said, we want to do a float. And speaking of a float, it's not too late. just go to DiwaliMotorcade.com, register your vehicle. It's free. You dress up your car in lights, you stick your kid in the sunroof or whatever it is, and you can drive down Liberty Avenue. You can promote your business. I mean, we have from small cars to this year we've got, floats. I mean, as you know, when we first started the parade, it was one little, SUV pickup truck. And, today we have 20, 30 trucks. And, the big truck that's coming up, You know who that is, right?
Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to give it away as
okay,
of
not
yet.
Not yet, right?
Not yet. But whether it's the trucks, whether it's the cars, it doesn't matter if the vehicles. Actually, one of the things I have to say, and I compliment the Divya Jyoti Association for doing time after time again, is getting the people together, and getting not only people of the Hindu community, but getting people of the Christian community, the Muslim community coming together, celebrating light. And it's a reminder to people of the world that Diwali is not just a Hindu celebration. Every religion, if you think about it, and every believer, non-believer celebrates light over darkness. Who does not celebrate that? So it's all about that, and it's more of a reason why we want to see you turn out once again for the annual Diwali Motorcade. Now, give our viewers actually a lineup. I mean, I know that we actually have spoken about this before, and you said, okay, maybe in terms of the program-wise or in terms of structure, it might not be much different. But so give us an idea, give us a reminder, structure-wise, and what's going to happen from what time, what takes place. I know you have the Lakshmee Puja. When is that scheduled to take place, and all of that?
So, guys, November 3rd, that is this coming Saturday. Everything starts on Liberty and 133rd Street at the Aria Spiritual Center grounds. And the exact address is 104-44 133rd Street, Richmond Hill, New York. We are going to get started at 3 p.m. with the annual Lakshmee Puja and Hawan. The pundits in that, every year we like to invite a different pundit to, pray for us, to make sure everything goes smoothly for this function. And this year we have Pandit Prakash Prasad. He is from the Arya Spiritual Center. And, he's a senior pundit, very well known, especially in the Aryan community. The puja is actually going to be done by a very young pundit. His name is Sudarshan Maharaj. He's the son of Pandit Anand Maharaj, a very young boy. He's from Trinidad and Tobago. Originally, their family's from Trinidad and Tobago. So we have a pundit from Trinidad, we have a pundit from Guyana. We like to combine everything, work together. That goes from 3 to about 5 o'clock is the puja. At that time, we're going to have booths. Last year, we had, this wonderful face painting girl. She's going to come out again and do face painting for the kids. But there's going to be food. There's going to be clothing. There's going to be a lot of things that you can purchase. So walk with some money, guys. And after that, 5:30 is the annual Diwali Motorcade. We start on 133rd Street and Liberty Avenue. It drives down to 123rd Street and Liberty. It makes a right to 103rd, and then it comes back around, circling back to 133rd Street. We stop, of course, in front of the Yummy to Your Tummy, Sybil's Bakery, and in front there, that's where we have the judges. We don't let go the name of the judges right now, but guys, that part of the parade is going to be hosted by the host with the most, Mr. Imran himself, and you do a fantastic job. You did it last year, and I've heard you personally do it for ITV Gold, and as soon as I heard you, I was like, Imran, this is you. You got to do this for me. You got to do this for me. And, without any hesitation, guys, Imran was like, yes, of course, Lakshmi, we're going to do that for you. And he does a phenomenal job. So after the judging happens, and by the way, first prize is $2,001, right? We go back to the Ari Spiritual Center grounds. Now, guys, this year the show is going to start promptly at 7:30 because we have very strict instructions with our sound permit. It has to end by 9. So strict on prompt, whether you're there, you're not, if the parade finishes or not. The show's starting at 7:30, so make sure you get in there. So from 7:30 to about 9:30 is the cultural show. We've got amazing talent. So one thing about the Diwali Motorcade stage, it always creates a platform for young, upcoming, new, phenomenal artists.
Yeah.
And, we have some old names like, everybody knows Rick Ramsey Hall. Everyone knows his son, Ashton. But this year, Ashton is not going to be singing, but Nirvan and she's really making waves is Liana Bihari Singh.
Okay.
I'm sure you heard of her. She sang for the Save Abhi show as well.
Correct.
And she's stealing hearts all over. We've got amazing dancers, of course, from the Nataraj Center for Performing Arts, Natya Tilakam. We have a new Sri Radhe Govinda Mandir dance troupe. I mean, just lots of singers, lots of dancers. Of course, it's being hosted by Randy Reckless Ramden, and the beautiful and melodious Anjali Maestri.
So, when we think about it, people come on out because, Diwali is one of the biggest celebrations in Guyana, Trinidad, India, Fiji,
everywhere.
and
It's
Nepal,
everywhere.
anywhere.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, that an organization that started just a simple, initiative by your mom and, of course, her friends, and now so many people, and as you mentioned it, being in the highlight reel, actually alongside with the White House and
yeah.
also Gracie Mansion. I mean,
yes.
What is your feeling like when you reflect upon all of that?
It's amazing. Sometimes I don't realize like what we have done,
right.
Until like people start calling you, and it's like, okay, wake up, you gotta start, right? I mean, it's become a staple in the community, and it's going to happen whether Divi Jyoti Association is going to do it or not, right? Because people will start calling you, when is the parade this year? Can we get in? Can we get a booth? Can we do a float? Can we dance on stage? Can we sing? Can we, it's amazing. And, my name is Lakshmee, and Diwali is the festival for Mother Lakshmi. Right?
So you were born to do it.
I think I was born to do this. That's exactly what I was going to say. And I feel unfortunate, that I've been blessed to be given this task to bring light into the art community. And, my goal, Imran, and I'm going to say it right now on ITV Gold, my goal is to light up Liberty Avenue. When I say light up, just like one year, we're just going to have the whole place lit up, like how we have Christmas lights, on the street for Christmas. Richmond Hill is an Indo-Caribbean community. It's an Indian community. Why not? Why can't we have these lights on the road for Diwali?
Exactly.
For our holiday.
And
so that is my goal. I'm going to say it here, ITV Gold. It's going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen, and it has been happening for, I would say over 15 years, is it? Or
well, the parade is about, it's over 15 years old, maybe about 18. Okay. But I've been at it for about almost 10. I'd say almost 10 years. Yes, Mommy started it with a couple of her girlfriends. And it was kind of, like back in the day, there was no, social media. There was no email. There was no cell phone. It was like,
life in the sane lane.
This body tell that body, and, that's it. Me tell me girlfriend, you tell you girlfriend, and I'll be sit down, do puja, and that's it, right?
Right.
But now, with social media and, media sponsors like ITV Gold, the word can get out. It's like, it's out before I even make a flyer. Like, I don't even have to make a flyer. Like, everybody knows already. And, I have to thank all the radio stations, all the TV stations, all the newspapers who, they get on board. As soon as I call, I'm like, hey, the parade, could you announce? Yep, no problem. We got you. Because you know what? It's not about doing it for Lakshmi. It's about doing it for the community.
Correct.
It's a community event. It's something that brings happiness to people.
Exactly, and so that is one of the main reasons why we compliment the Divi Jyoti Association for bringing it to the most diverse state in the United States of America, New York City, 8.6 million people, and out of the 8.6 million people, over 480,000 people celebrate, or from people of India, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, Nepal, Fiji, you name it. That's the recent statistics as of 2018. So we would like to see, hopefully we can house all 480,000 people at the Divi Jyoti Association.
Hey, why not? Come on down, guys.
Definitely. So, but, one of the things, actually, any procession, and, over the years, I've been in conversation with lots of members of the NYPD, and they always tell me that it's one of their favorite events to, basically patrol over because it's incident-free. It's incident-free. However, it's incident free because we, the media, also we have the responsibility of not only putting out the word out there, but reminding people that certain things we have to basically be in accordance. Now, Diwali is all about celebrating lights, sometimes with firecrackers, and here in the U.S., actually some of those things might be actually hazardous to the health, or you have to take whatever precautions. So kindly remind our viewers of the rules, regulations for the motorcade, and also give us a rundown once again, actually, of the Diwali, of the Lakshmee Puja, followed up into the cultural program.
Sure. Well, it's so true what you said, that this event has actually been incident free. We've never had any issues. I have only gotten compliments from the police department or anybody who's been involved, saying that this is one of the nicest, friendliest parades that they do, and they look forward to it. Everybody's nice, everybody's friendly, everybody's helpful. Now, I've never seen firecrackers. I mean, that's something maybe they do in India. I know in Guyana they do the coil. I've never seen that done here. I don't think you could do it either. What most people do is they walk with those like glow sticks. They have the glow sticks. Some people have the candle diyas. In an actual diya, it's kind of hard to walk with. Right. I've seen some people actually have candles and they put like a paper around it so the wax falls on the paper. But mostly the police don't really want to see fire on the route, but you can have the glow sticks. Anything glowing in the dark necklaces, glow sticks, anything glow in the dark shirts, whatever you want that glows, it is perfectly fine. This year we have a special guest, which is Ambika, Miss Miss World Guyana. So she's actually flying out the next day. I think it's to China, you might know, going out to China to compete in the Miss World. And she's stopping in from Guyana to New York City, to the Diwali motorcade, to say a special hello to everyone here. And, we got to root for her. We got to support our own Indo-Caribbean girl from Guyana, hoping that she will win the Miss Guyana Worldwide. So back to what's going on. But before I go over the schedule, I want to say our Grand Marshal this year is Pandit Krishna from the Sri Durga Mandir. Their first year, they came second place, and they were really happy. They were like, oh, not bad for second place. And then the second year that they came out, they made first place. Right? Now this year, the Pandit is actually our Grand Marshal. So if he's the Grand Marshal, he's going to come bigger. He's going to go all out. He's going to come bigger than last year. Last year, they had like a 30-foot float. Right. You had every god on there that you could think of, he had. And I can't imagine what he's going to do this year, but I heard it's going to be fierce. I heard it's going to be really something spectacular, something, guys, you don't want to miss. You don't want to just see it on TV. You don't want to just see it on YouTube or on Facebook. You want to see it live. So make sure, guys, November 3rd, come out for the Diwali motorcade. And that, 3 o'clock, Lakshmi Hawan and Puja. 5:30 is the actual parade down Liberty Avenue. 7:30 is the free concert. Definitely. If anybody wants to contact us, our website is diwalimotorcade.com. You can, submit, whatever you need to know. We'll get the email. We'll respond. If not, you can call 917-846-3899. Again, 917-846-3899. You got a couple days to, decide if you want to dress up a car. You can still do it. But just come down, guys. Come down, bundle up, Unfortunately, Imran, we live in a country where both of our major holidays, Holi and Diwali, are in the cold. Definitely. But you know what I say? Americans for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they don't complain. So we don't need to complain. We just need to put on a coat, put on a scarf, put on a hat and some gloves, and come on out.
On behalf of the Divya Jyoti Association, you have the Lakshmi Havan. We also have the Diwali motorcade with all the floats of vehicles in which people gather in large attendance, and the free cultural program, as you heard, hosted by two prominent singers, actually, and two of my very dear friends.
You know what I'm looking forward to that? One of the main reasons why I asked Anjali to do it, I mean, she sang before, and as you know, we like to give every year someone else an opportunity to be on our stage, because it is the most beautiful stage in New York City. because she's a singer, like I could just, envision her breaking out in song,
Right.
While emceeing, like just breaking out in a Lakshmee budget. And we would be fortunate if she does that. In between when the artists are coming up, we're going to get a little taste of her. And also Randy.
Right.
Randy's a phenomenal singer as well. And, we'll get a taste of his, music as well, whether it's the chutney or the Bollywood. He does a phenomenal job. So putting two singers together, that stage is going to be explosive.
Definitely two musical icons, two musical entities coming together, sharing the stage. My dear friends, Anjali Maestri, Randy Ramden. And final word, actually, as we do wrap up with our discussion.
Well, you know what, guys? I just have to say, come out. It's definitely a treat. It's not something that you want to miss. I mean, to imagine that something like this actually happens in New York City, it's just amazing. And you know what? It's not me, it's not Divya Jyoti Association, it's you. It's each and every person that takes their time out to, ignite that light within and be there on Liberty Avenue, be there at the Arya Spiritual Center grounds, and be a part of lighting up our community. So don't miss it. Be there November 3rd, starting at 3 p.m.
Definitely. So all the information is just right there on your screens. We look forward to seeing you come out, be a point of light for your community, and let's light up the streets of Liberty Avenue. And who knows, with the light that we illuminate on Liberty Avenue, we light the world up one step at a time. It's truly been my pleasure once again having Miss Lakshmee Singh actually in conversation, and like I've said it before, I'll say it again, that you were born to basically light the world up one step at a time. So thank you so much for bringing that light and illuminance to all our viewers here today.
You're so sweet, and I just want to thank you. I want to thank ITV Gold. I want to thank Guyana Tunes as well, because you're associated with all of them for year after year, always supporting the event, always being a media sponsor, and we love you and we appreciate everything you do for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and looking forward to seeing everyone turn out in large numbers. This is yours truly saying to you that our time with you is officially over. We've enjoyed being in your company. We do hope you've enjoyed ours as well. Until next week, have a blessed and a wonderful week ahead. We're definitely looking out for you.